Okay, everybody, it's a little after 10, so we're going to get started. Atticus, was there any in-gathering music? Okay, good. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Society of Bangor on this very warm day when we're glad we have programs to use as fans. So I'm Lori Cartier. I'm your worship leader this morning, and I use she, her pronouns. I've noticed Reverend Drew has been starting to do that. I want to acknowledge that we are on unceded Wabanaki land and that we will be doing our ritual in a space that is granted to us by default, and that we need to be aware of that and cognizant of that all the time in this part of our world. Did you get a needle and thread, Patty? Okay, did everybody get a needle and thread? Yay, all righty then. Oh, and hi people on Zoom. Atticus, how many people do we have on Zoom? 5? Okay. If you want a full, are you guys on Zoom? I know, they says to wave at them, but I don't know what he's looking at me, but you really can't see you when he says that, because usually it's pointed at the pulpit, but never mind. So people on Zoom, if you wanted to have full participation in this ritual we're doing today, you might want to go get a needle and thread. We have yarn, but anything will work, and a small piece of fabric or a piece of mending that you need to do. Didn't plan this far enough ahead for everybody to bring their mending. Okay, now let me see. Yes, it's hot. It's hot, but the joy of being together in community is stronger than our need to stay home in the AC, so it's really great to have you all here. Our service is going to be a bit different today. We don't have a musician, so we will depend on recorded music, which will be broadcast on our screen up here. I'll try to move this if it's blocking anybody's view. This will be a ritual that will include a guided imagery meditation, and I hope that either you attended the GA service or watched it online. I asked, did a link go out with the e-news? Maybe people didn't pay any attention, but if you haven't seen it, well worth seeing. And I am going to take like a 30-second segment of that, and I'm doing this ritual as part of our follow-up to that GA service, but it's very powerful. I highly recommend it. So the service was led by Molly House Gordon, and her service, I already said this, but her service inspired me to do this service for us. As we are each a thread in the tapestry of our lives and our collective existence, may this service help us to connect to that part of our tapestry that needs to be mended, and may we become a part of the healing that creates a new whole. Blessed be. So I think you all have a needle and thread. I've already asked you that, and I've already told people at home to go get one. So you can do that while I do a couple of announcements. Spirit of Drumming will be meeting after the service today. At that time, we will decide if we're going to continue to meet through the rest of the hot summer or if we want to take a break. Today is the second Sunday food collection. If you have anything to add to our basket here, please bring it forward at any time or after the services is over. There won't be a chimes concert today because in the same vein of need, we don't have a musician. There isn't anybody around who plays the chimes. So if you were looking forward to that, it won't be happening. Plus, it's got to be wicked hot up there. If it's hot in here, I can imagine you'd lose 5 pounds playing, because that's a full body exercise. I imagine that would be difficult to do today. So partly because of the heat, partly because to give worship team a break, we will not be having services in the sanctuary on August 5th and 11th. We'll keep reminding you, so don't come on August 5th or 11th. We will send out links. Oh, fourth. Fourth. Yes, you're right. Four and 7 make 11. Pardon me. There will be no service on August 5th or August 4th. So, sorry. Typo, Lori. So, links. We will send out links where you can zoom into services from other community UU churches. You can go online and find something from the UUA, or go back and look at a sermon on demand, or take a break, which is what we're doing. Reverend Drew will be back in the pulpit on August the 18th. And one more thing, mark your calendars. If you knew Kent McCusick, if he was part of your heart in the UU world, then you will want to attend his memorial service, which will be right here at UUSB, August the 15th at 2 o'clock. So mark your calendars. So to help me this morning as we cast our circle and light our chalice is Bruce Hautala. Can you come up, Bruce? Well, you can either do it that way, that one's gone, or hopefully you can do it with the, is there anything in there? Try that. Planning ahead. Okay. All right. As we cast our circle by acknowledging the web of all existence and how much it gravitates to circles and spirals, we will light a candle for each direction. Please join me in facing the direction as we honor it. So if you could rise or move your body towards the east, I'll have Bruce light this candle in the east. That's this one with the feather. East, element of air. Direction of the dawning of each new day, spring and all new beginnings. Then repeat after me. Welcome, East. Okay. Then the south is the one in the front. South, element of fire. Direction of the fullness of the midday sun and the passions of our creativity, the summer and the growing time. Welcome, South. Blessed be. Now we'll face west. Element of water, direction of the setting sun, our connection to the ancestors, the autumn and harvest time. Welcome, west. And then the north, the element of earth, direction of the night and the time of introspection and going within. The winter with its shorter days. Welcome, north. And then if you can, hopefully everyone can see it, if you would follow along with me, and we will read our chalice lighting as Bruce lights our chalice. We light this chalice. Go ahead and light it, it's right there in the middle. Us. For the sacred circle of life in which we have our being, for the sky, the earth, above and below, and for our Mother Earth, and for the mystery. Our circle is cast. Blessed be. Ooh. Thank you, Bruce. Good work. You could go ahead and extinguish that little one. That little one, why don't you go ahead and extinguish it? That one up there. Great, great. So Linda Kaler has written quite a few songs and she's put them to music. So our opening hymn this morning is one of my favorites, and we've sung it before, usually with the choir here to help us, but we have a few choir members. And so that is called My Religion. And so I will have Atticus do that for us.
My religion is this beautiful earth, forests and fields and seas. My religion is this web of life and my connection to all beings. My religion is the wheel of the year and the moon and stars above. My religion is to hold all of this with love, love, love. My religion is this beautiful earth, forests and fields and seas. My religion is this web of life and my connection to all beings. My religion is the wheel of the year and the moon and stars above. My religion is to hold all of this with love, love, love. My religion is this beautiful earth, forests and fields and seas. My religion is this web of life and my connection to all beings. My religion is the wheel of the year and the moon and stars above. My religion is to hold all of this with love, love, love. With love, love, love. With love, love, love.
Country. Whew. So our story for all ages this morning is also recorded. I think you actually can see better from where you are than to come sit down front, but we can have you sit down front if you'd like to. Kids, what would you like to do? Stay where you are? So here, oh, you want to come out front. You can come sit, the rug's perfectly clean. We just didn't put the thing up. So anyway, the story is called A Heart Mending Seamstress, and I hope that you enjoy it.
The Heart-Mending Seamstress. I want to tell you a story. Once upon a time in the quaint village of Eldridge, there lived a humble seamstress named Olivia. She was known far and wide for her skillful hands and compassionate heart. Olivia lived a simple life, content with stitching together fabrics and creating beautiful garments for the villagers. Little did she know that her life was about to take a magical turn. One day, while wandering through the bustling market, Olivia stumbled upon a mysterious antique shop tucked away in a narrow alley. The shop seemed to beckon her with an invisible force, drawing her inside. The air was thick with the scent of ancient leather and forgotten tales. As Olivia browsed through the eclectic collection, her eyes fell upon a small, dusty box. Intrigued, she opened it to find a delicate silver needle with an enchanting glow. The moment Olivia touched it, she felt a surge of warmth and energy coursing through her veins. Little did she know that this was no ordinary needle. It was a magical needle with the power to mend not just fabrics, but broken hearts. Olivia decided to test the needle's magical abilities, and she set to work on a tattered old quilt that had seen better days. As she guided the needle through the fabric, she noticed the threads weaving themselves together, creating a seamless and beautiful tapestry. Astonished, she realized the true power of the magical needle. News of Olivia's incredible needle spread throughout the village, reaching the ears of those in need. Broken hearts and shattered spirits sought solace in her small workshop, where she used the magical needle to mend not only torn fabrics, but also the emotional wounds that plagued the villagers. A young couple on the brink of separation came to Olivia, their hearts heavy with sorrow. With delicate stitches and a touch of magic, she repaired the fabric of their love, leaving them more connected and resilient than ever. An elderly widow, grieving the loss of her lifelong companion, found comfort as Olivia worked the magical needle, weaving together memories and warmth. As Olivia continued to use the magical needle, her reputation as a healer of hearts spread far beyond the borders of Eldridge. People from neighbouring villages travelled to seek her guidance, and tales of her extraordinary gift reached the ears of kings and queens. Despite the newfound attention, Olivia remained humble and devoted to her craft. She understood the true magic lay not in the needle itself, but in the love and compassion she poured into her work. And so, the humble seamstress continued to mend the world, one fabric and one heart at a time, leaving a legacy of healing and kindness for generations to come.
Thank you for carrying the rest of that. I picked the version that was just meant to, I guess, be an interlude. I didn't listen to it all the way through. So thank you for your patience with me. Now we will share our gifts with by passing the plates for our offering. And I do believe that the Wilson Center is our Share the Plate this month. They are in the process of building a new kitchen, so can use every penny they can get. So please be generous today as we pass the plates. And we have another song by Linda that is called Fiber of Our Being.
The fiber of my being, the fiber of your being, the fiber of our being, the fiber of all being, the fiber of my yarn, the fiber of your being, the fiber of our being, the fiber of all being. The fiber of my yarn, the fiber of your being, the fiber of our being, the fiber of all being, is spun into the yarn, the fire is alive, and spun into the yarn, into the fabric of life, and near into the fabric of we are interwoven, and near into the fabric of life. We are interwoven, we are interwoven, we are interwoven into the fabric of life.
Rise, we'll sing our usual response.
From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live.
Thank you for your generosity. You want to do it from up here? It's right here on my script, and you could use that. That's perfect.
Our reading this morning is called Healing Strands of the Great Web by Erica Hewitt. Mystery of mysteries, we are thirsty for justice and bearing witness to grief. We're claiming our inherent wholeness and healing strands of the great web. We are hungry for liberation and cracking ourselves wide open. We are mourning the dead and fighting for the living. We're singing for joy and striving for meaning. We're embodying love, reaching out in love, acting on love's behalf, and letting that love wash over us, ebbing and flowing as it carries and holds us all. May we do it all over again when the new day comes. Blessed be.
Oh, we have special music. This is Tapestry by Carole King. Some of you may recognize that. Sing along if you know it. Kind of fun to resurrect that old music. Everything's so humid. Okay. Now, the GA worship this year service that was led by Molly House Gordon, Reverend Dr. Molly House Gordon. She shared a story about her great-grandmother, Iva May. Iva May was going to teach Molly how to crochet, but she had a rule. Before you weave, you must learn to mend. Think about that for a second. Before you weave, you must learn to mend. That statement still gives me goosebumps. It just blew me away, that whole idea that, sure, everybody can weave stuff, but how many of us can really mend? And where has that ability gone? Some of you are seamstresses or what's the generic term for seamstress? And some of you are way better at any of this than I am, but wow, the whole idea of that needing to learn to mend blew me away. And to think of mending as something you have to be able to do before you can weave any fabric. To think of mending as an important part of the whole. Never knitting a sock before you learn to darn, and never weaving the fabric until you know how to mend a tear. What a gift. Just what a gift. But what if we never learned to mend? What if we didn't have a great-grandmother, mother, aunt, or father who took the time to teach us to mend? Are we stuck going through life without the ability to fix a tear so that we have to toss our favorite shirt and buy a new one? Toss our life and find a new one? It does seem that this is what our society has come to. The disposable society we live in is certainly a reality, and yet it's never too late to follow that simple rule. Before we learn to weave, we learn to mend. Let's look at our lives as a tapestry, woven of the threads of our experience and the people who have interacted with us. These tapestries are precious, and they sometimes become torn or worn or need to have a new thread brought in for support or to enhance the pattern. Each of our personal lives is a tapestry, and so is the tapestry of our community. UUSB is a community we all enhance with the threads of our lives. And each of us has other communities that we weave our lives into. Then, as we broaden our scope, we realize that the country and the world are tapestries that we are part of. Each tapestry can be beautiful. At first glance, most tapestries are beautiful. But sometimes there's imperfection in those tapestries. Sometimes there's a gaping hole. Sometimes the tear is microscopic, but the mending is as needed as in these small tears as it is in the big ones. Each of us can look at the tapestries of our lives, and when we notice a need for mending, we can bring our healing gifts and help to make it happen. Sometimes we may need outside help, and a gift we can bring is to ask for that help. Working together, we can create a more beautiful fabric, stronger and more whole. Our ritual this morning will begin with a brief guided imagery. This imagery will take us to a place where we will receive messages that help us to know what the gifts are that we bring to the mending process. Before we start, take out your needle and thread. Some of us already are good at sewing. Some of us don't have a clue. So if you just take your thread and go like this, in and out of an imaginary weave you're seeing, you can add your thread to anything by doing that. And if you have a hole, you can take your thread and weave it around in circles around that hole and around until the hole is stitched together. Most of you, many of you, have other stitches that you can use, but for today, now you know how to sew. Okay. So now let's sit back in our seats and breathe in deeply. In and out, in and out. Plant your feet firmly on the floor and imagine you are in your favorite cool spot. The breeze is blowing. The humidity is gone. Breathe in this cool, refreshing air. In, out. Now let your feet begin to grow roots. Feel your roots extending down through the levels of this building into the cool, moist earth. Feel that coolness. Let your roots stay there for a moment. Oh, there's energy vibrating below the surface, and you are connecting with that energy through your roots. Take a moment to feel these vibrations. Now, allow that energy to draw up through your roots, into your feet, into your calves and your thighs, up into your torso and back. Then allow these vibrations to go down your arms, come back up to your neck and into your face and your head. Feel the tingling all over your body as it becomes stronger and stronger. Allow it to flow out of your crown chakra and spread out into the room, mingling with the energy of all of the people here. And then spread that out into the universe. That can only be good. So now draw some of that energy back in, just enough for you to use on this journey, a journey to find the gifts that you have to give as you help to mend this fabric of your life, our community's life, and the fabric of the world and the country that is in such great need of repair. So now notice that as you start this journey, you have a bag that you're going to carry with you. It's just small, fits in the palm of your hand. Look at this bag for a moment. Hold it close and examine its needlework. Lovingly feel the texture of its perfection. Keep it with you on your journey, as you will need it to hold your gifts. Now you see a path before you. It may be a familiar path or one you have never traveled. Know that you are safe and that all you need to learn will be there for you to find. As you follow this path, you will come to a clearing. It is cool and inviting, and you are so happy to be there. In the clearing are stations of the altar. You are drawn to them as they are so welcoming. You come to the station in the east and see that a feather is there. You pick it up and look at it, knowing that there is a message for you held in that feather, a message of a gift you bring to the mending process. Take a moment to be with your feather and receive your message. As you receive the message, place the feather in your bag. In the south is a small fire. You look into this fire and an ember rises up and lands in your hand, but it does not burn you. You can see that the message it brings become more and more clear as it cools. Take a moment to be with this ember and receive your message. And then take the cooled ash from the ember and put it in your bag. Now move to the west and you find a bowl of water, cool and refreshing. You drink this water, savoring its taste as your message becomes more and more clear. Take a moment to be with the water and then put a drop of this water in your bag. In the north, you find a small pile of stones. Look them over carefully and select the stone that is calling to you. Be with that stone for a moment until you receive the clear message it has for you. And then put the stone in your bag. You now turn to the center of the clearing and either really or virtually raise your arms and feel yourself spinning around in the clearing. As you come to a stop, put your hands together and honor each of the directions that have given you these gifts. Give thanks for the messages you have received. Each message is about your gifts for healing and compassion and love. Each message is about your gifts that will help you in the mending of the tapestry of your life and the tapestry of this community, your country, and your world. As you contemplate the gifts you bring, form a cup in your hand that can hold your bag. Take your needle and thread and place it in this bag in your hand and allow it to sit there for a moment. This is absorbing your gifts. This is helping you bring your gifts to the mending process that we're going to be doing in a moment. Continuing to hold the needle in the cup of your hand, come to a greater awareness of your body and the room. You can stay in a meditative state or come back completely. But now is the time to come forward and create our ritual circle. And we'll do that in just a sec. Where'd it go? So you're going to take out your needle and come forward to the altar. And here you will find a loose tapestry waiting to receive your gifts. Phyllis and I are going to be holding it up. So as you walk in, imagine your stitches going into the weave first, making the tapestry more complete, mending a tear, enhancing the color. So when you arrive at the altar, you're going to take a moment to place your stitches in the fabric, and then we'll create a circle around the room as we listen to the song Weave and Spin. So we are, as you come forward, which you're able to do now, I'm going to have Phyllis come first. We're going to add our stitches and show you what we mean. And then I'm going to have you, I need to move this up with me. Okay. So I'll take this side, Phyllis, if you'll take the other side. So here is our tapestry. I'm sorry? Yeah, just take your needle and either weave, fix a hole that you might see, or weave into this fabric, which we're trying not to catch on fire. Oh, let's see how this works. Of course, I did everything but this. And we're going to leave our thread in the tapestry. I can't see what I'm doing, so I may have taken it out. Did I? Well, good enough. So now I have added my gifts to this tapestry. When you first look at this, it looks pretty whole and pretty good. But when you get up close, you're going to see it has imperfections, it has holes, and there's lots of weave that you can put your thread through. I think Phyllis is fixing a hole. Are you? I'm just weaving through. Oh, good. And so now we are going to hold this, and you're welcome to come up. Maybe you could start here, and you guys can come up. And then I think we ought to make just a circle around the sanctuary part of the room. We'll go behind the altar, but the people who are coming forward can add your thread and then go around and make a circle. And we are going to be listening to a song, Weave and Spin. And it's not quite the way Women with Wings sings it, but if you know the song, please sing along. And come and weave and spin your gifts into our tapestry. So, come on forward. Can you put on Weave and Spin now, please?
Weave and spin. This is how the work begins. and spin. This is how the work begins. Mend and heal, mend and heal. Take the dream and make it real. On the same wheel we spin, into life and out again. One is many, many one, brewing in her cauldron. Weave and spin, weave and spin. This is how the work begins. Mend and heal, mend and heal. Take the dream and make it real. Strand by strand, hand over hand, thread by thread, we weave a web. Strand by strand, hand over hand, thread by thread, we weave a web. Weave and spin, weave and spin. This is how the work begins. Mend and heal, mend and heal. Take the dream and make it real. Weave and spin, weave and spin. This is how the work begins. Mend and heal, mend and heal. Take the dream and make it real. On the same wheel we spin, into life and out again. One is many, many one, brewing in her cauldron. Weave and spin, weave and spin. This is how the work begins. Mend and heal, mend and heal. Take the dream and make it real.
If you want to stop, I can cut.
Weave and spin, weave and spin. This is how the work begins. Mend and heal.
Blessed be. Wow, you guys took that so seriously. Thank you. Thank you so much for participating so fully. So our circle is complete. The fabric representing the tapestry of our lives has been mended and enhanced by our stitches. We have found the gifts we bring to the mending process, gifts we are now ready to bring out into the world and share widely. Know that you can return to the clearing any time to replenish the energy you need to be a part of the mending process. Just sit and breathe and allow yourself to go there and ask the directions to give you the energy that you need. Know that your gifts are bountiful and that sharing them together gives them greater energy as we strive to be the menders of the tapestries of our lives. Blessed be. So now I'll ask Bruce to come up and we are going to close our circle. We're thanking all the elements that, you want to come around? That have been with us in our ritual this morning. You can just go ahead and do the candles first and then we'll do the chalice. Father Sky, Mother Earth, the North, the West, the South, and the East, go if you must, stay with us in our hearts. We release you now and thank you for being with us for this ritual. Blessed be. Does that work? Maybe we'll do it after. So go ahead and we'll extinguish the chalice. You're going to go ahead and blow. There you go. Yeah. All right. Good. Woo! So as we extinguish our chalice, that symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith that represents the spirit of the divine within and without, we extinguish our chalice. So we're going to close the circle with our traditional merry meet, merry part, merry meet again. So join hands and sing along. I don't have a video of this, but we will sing it, those of us who know it, and I think you'll catch on real fast. There's a little dance you can do if you know the dance. So, may the circle be open but unbroken. May the peace of the goddess be ever in your hearts. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. One more time. May the circle be open but unbroken. May the peace of the goddess be ever in your lives. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be. And now, because I just felt like we have to do this, because the gifts we've received and the experience of mending the tapestry of our lives and the life of our community and the world needs to be brought out into that world, let us close the service with our traditional benediction.
Inhabitants
thank you all so much for being here. I think there might be something cool to drink in the Dorothy, so please.